$99 million. In the NFL, that's not a contract, that's an exit fee. That's what the Miami Dolphins just paid Tua Tagovailoa just to make sure he never walks in the facility again. Today we're looking at the receipts of the most expensive backup in NFL history. The Atlanta Falcons are acting like they just pulled off the heist of the century, and the media is making it seem like they pulled off the heist of the century, treating this one-year deal like they just landed the next coming of Matthew Stafford. But let's be real, you don't take on a record $99 million cap hit for a franchise guy. You don't shatter Russell Wilson's record by $15 million just because you're moving in a new direction. You do it because you realize the truth. Tua can't read the field when the play clock breaks. In 2024, Tua had the fastest release in the league at 2.3 seconds. And you're probably wondering why McDaniel had him doing a quick draw McGraw. And it was because he struggles with progressions. But in 2025, that release jumped to 2.6 seconds. And that's where the fall off happens. When Tua held the ball longer than 2.5 seconds last season, his stats were a horror movie. A horror movie. He had a 56% completion rate, which ranked 21st in the NFL. And he had a 34% success rate, which ranked 27th in the NFL. And his EPA per attempt was negative .18, which ranked 29th in the NFL. The numbers prove it. If the first read isn't there, Tua has a hard time getting to that second option, and he isn't processing the way he needs to be. And then he's guessing. And in Miami, we saw 15 interceptions and 14 starts. They saw him get benched for a rookie like Quinn Ewers, and they didn't just move on. They literally threw the contract with him out of the door. The Miami Dolphins moved on, and with that, they have shifted the culture and grabbed Malik Willis. Miami just gave Malik Willis a $67.5 million contract with $45 million guaranteed. Just to put that into perspective, they are paying Tua almost $100 million not to play, while giving a guy with 6 career starts $45 million in guarantees. The GM and the head coach have previous history with Malik Willis, so the fit is inevitably one of the best in the offseason. So I'm not mad at that, but it just goes to show you what they thought of the Tua era and what they would rather have and take on with this massive gamble with a guy who can actually scramble and extend plays, than to spend one more Sunday playing and watching Tua not progress through his reads. Now we get to the Falcons. The media is going to make it seem like it's a redemption story, and this is going to be such a great signing, but in reality, it's just a middle-of-the-pack signing, just like Kevin Stefanski was a lateral move for the Atlanta Falcons. I don't think Kevin Stefanski was that more of a better option than some of the head coaching people that were out there for the Atlanta Falcons to get. And if we're being completely honest, you're Kevin Stefanski, you get fired from the Browns and you not having a quarterback or having bad quarterback situations. Just for you to take the Atlanta Falcons job, lateral movement, and just switch offices and go to Atlanta just for you to do the exact same thing. What's the point? In Atlanta, what's the point? Your future inevitably has his ACL getting worked on, in my personal opinion. Kevin Stefanski's system isn't coochie. It's a timing window system, just like Mike McDaniel's was a timing window system that requires you to drive the ball. If Tua couldn't read the middle of the field with Tyreek and Jalen Waddle, I highly doubt that he's going to be able to see in the middle of the field with Drake London and Kyle Pitts. It was literally the fastest duo in the NFL in its history. So what is he going to do with Drake London? And Atlanta is paying him $1.1 million, the league minimum, while Miami pays him $54 million to play. And he can't read a defense. So just think about it. Miami is subsidizing the Falcons QB room just to get him off their books. This isn't a steal for Atlanta. It's a reclamation project for a guy who couldn't even keep his job in the most QB-friendly offense in the league. I just don't see the value in him. I just don't see the value in this signing. And I understand why Tua would take this opportunity to even sign with the Falcons. I can understand it. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say that it's a bad signing. Like, it's so trash. Like, but it's not what you think. Dan Orlovsky, it's not what you think. It's just not. You're betting on Tua to become this surgical passer that he has never been in the league. He just hasn't. He gives you good stretches of it, and understandably he shows it, but when it comes down to the moments, he always messes it up. That's just naturally who he is. And he's another injury-prone player that you put in replace of another injury-prone quarterback. Tua is known for injuries, and so is Michael Penix Jr. My option for them is the best thing that you could do is look for a 2027 draft and try to draft a quarterback. Because you don't have your first round pick this year. The Dolphins are taking a $67.4 million cap hit this year alone. Just to clear the air. It's the biggest, it's not me, it's you in history. Is Tua a bridge to Michael Penix Jr. once the ACL heals, or is he just a name that Atlanta is falling for? The stats say one thing, and the hype says another, but the $99 million invoice alone lets you know what the Miami Dolphins view Tua as. It's CENO'S all 32. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that subscribe button. We're just getting started this free agency. I'll catch you in the next one. New videos weekly.